Leroy Cruz here. I just want to be real quick with this. I was sitting here. Well, first of all, I did some praying this morning and yesterday, and the Lord God showed me why my guitar playing and practice is lacking. And I want to share it with you. If you are playing the guitar and you're not getting where you want to be, or you have put the guitar down and you don't find the time to practice, you want to practice, but it's like you can't move. I want to go over some things that will help us, you and I, get to where we need to be. The first thing, the reason why you are not practicing the way you should, number one, is because you lost your passion. You lost your passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you become slack in pulling through. You know what I'm saying? We do this in school. We get straight A's, and then straight A's one day becomes boring. It either becomes boring or it becomes too much work as we advance. Or we feel like other things have come into our life, other passions and other things. Bouncing a lot of different passions. Like right now, I'm bouncing my desire to write my own comic novel and to be a music leader. Be in a band, a Christian band. I'm juggling those two things. I'm also juggling a business. I have a business and I have a passion for that business. And I want to invest in that business. I want to study. There's a lot of studying and a lot of reading up and catching up that you got to do. But all these people getting on here on YouTube telling you how easy it is to get back into practicing and playing. It's not that you lost interest, but you lost your passion. You lost your passion. I realized just yesterday, I don't want to be that guy that I was before. I don't want to keep being that guy who knows how to play the guitar, but he can't. I don't want to be that guy who everybody still knows me as a guy that played a nice song on the guitar at church or whatever, and maybe taught somebody a lesson here and there, and all of a sudden, I can't play. I can't get the chords right. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't want to be that person who put his guitar in the closet and one day he has to get it out for some reason, whether it's to give a quick lesson or to demonstrate a guitar for sale or whatever, and he can't play a lick. He's off. He's a mess. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that whether I play a little or a lot, I know how to handle this instrument. I know how to drive this vehicle. I know how to make music with this. This is my hobby. This is my passion. And I want to be that person. Now, how do we lose our passion? How does that happen? Well, years ago, when I first got my very first guitar, and I did a video about it, you'll see it on here. I had such a passion for the guitar, I couldn't put it down. I tell you what, I was so on the guitar so much that the first lessons, I began to make music without even knowing a single chord. I began to make music. I remember the first song that I made on the guitar was The Sweetest Name I Know. Jesus is the sweetest name I know. And it was like I was plucking around up here and I was playing like some E thirds. E and A thirds. Now I know now that that was the key of E. And I was playing in the key of E. I had the E, A, and B thing going there, and I was playing the thirds, and then I would bend the string down here in order to get that flat sound, to get that flat 7 or whatever I needed. I was going by the voices that I hear when people sing the song, and not by the theory. And I got so excited about that song that I played it in church, and they says to me, it was very funny, they says to me, you know you left out a whole bridge? You left out the part where it says kings and kingdoms shall all pass away, but there's something about that name. That's the main bridge, man. And I was like, oh. But I got way ahead of myself, and I got so excited. And I've had some very embarrassing moments with the guitar. I can't believe I have never popped the string over and over live, but I have embarrassed myself so bad on the guitar one time that people that were playing with me, I said, go ahead, y'all play. And for that whole entire song, I went backstage. Came back on the next song. I acted like I had to go to the bathroom real bad or something, but I was so off with the chords that I just, y'all go ahead. Y'all keep playing. And I just disappeared. That's the way I covered it up. Things like this will destroy your passion if you let it. Okay? Divorce has tampered with my passion. The main thing right now, though, that is messing with my passion is that I'm honestly tired. I'm having a problem with fatigue. Right now, it has a lot to do with my age because I've been having a problem with fatigue. And I'm always tired. I'm taking iron vitamins. I'm drinking energy drinks, and I'm drinking coffee, to keep a level of B vitamins and energy supplements and iron and that in my system, so I'm not tired all the time. I'm trying to make sure I watch my protein intake and my iron intake because I don't want to overdo it, but I'm always tired. And the reason why I'm tired is because one thing is my job. Now, if I had a job, and I remember the Lord showed me this, I remembered, He reminded me, I was trying to figure it out, and the Lord reminded me that I began to really study my Fred Sokolow chops. That's for a beginning guitar. I have several different levels and several different styles of Fred Sokolow. This is one of my newest pieces right here. I got this just for the heck of it, just to have it. The thing that I don't know in it, and I should slap myself, but I don't know all my scales for all my favorite chords. That I don't know, so I should slap myself. And that's one of the things. I looked at this book earlier today, and I was like, you know what? I need to start practicing because I don't even know this book to the T. Like, there's stuff he can show me in this beginning book when I've already played his advanced stuff. There's stuff in this book that I fail to know because I never got that far in practicing. Kind of skipped all that. But regardless of what your desire is, you got to have a passion to play this instrument. If you lose your passion, then what do you need to do? Does that mean that you don't need to practice anymore? That you need to throw it all away, or you want to throw it all away? No, that's not what that means at all. What that means is you have to build up your passion again. It's kind of like being in a marriage. Thank you, Lord. It's kind of like being in a marriage, and your marriage starts to get dull and boring. And you do something with your wife to build up that romance. Okay? Y'all might, get more funky with the sex. Y'all might go on a long vacation. Y'all might go back in time and do some things that y'all used to do when y'all first met that provoked y'all to get married. You know what I'm saying? It's also kind of like being in a police academy and almost taking a bullet. And you could have took the shot, but you didn't. Somebody else had to take the shot for you. You left your man out there to get shot. Okay? That's going to make you, something like that's going to make you go to the shooting range. Something like that's going to make you, if you go out there and you get bullied by somebody, okay, it might cause you to take karate lessons. It might cause you to go back to taking karate lessons. Somebody beat you up on the street and leave you laying there for dead because y'all had some simple words. You didn't know the dude was going to knock you out. He just knocked you out. Okay, lucky he didn't, attack your girlfriend while she was standing there, watching you get your behind knocked out. That's going to make you go back and that's going to make you go back to karate school. That's going to make you start practicing. Because you don't ever want to leave your girlfriend in that situation again, alone with an intruder. Okay? You don't ever want to be in that predicament where some dude talks trash at you and he's in the wrong and then he turns around and whoops your behind too. You don't want to be in that predicament. That will give you a passion to go back to school and train. You can ask any wife out here whose boyfriend or husband has been robbed or mugged, and they'll show you. He's downstairs on the bag. That's the noise you hear. He's down there on the bag. When did he get into karate? Oh, he used to be into karate, but he went back to karate because a guy attacked us on the street, and if the cops hadn't got there in time, we both, who knows what would happen, because I wasn't able to pull the guy off of him, That's going to give him a passion to go back to school and start schooling himself. Okay? Again, I don't want to be that guy who goes around telling people, yeah, I play a little bit of guitar, I know how to play a little bit of guitar, and then all of a sudden, okay, I pick up a guitar and all the lights go out. The TV, the windows in the house broke. The TV didn't cut off by itself. Everybody done evacuated the neighborhood because I plugged in my guitar. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy. The guy I'm supposed to be introducing the guitar to or giving him a quick lesson, he just laughed at me and walked out the door. Where'd he go? I didn't even see him leave. I heard him laugh, but where'd he go? He gone that quick? you know. But I don't want to hold you long. I just want to tell you that if you're like me, where you feel like you've lost your passion, and you know that if you practice, you'll be good at this, and you're listening to a lot of YouTube, a lot of times, like it happened to me last night, in fact. I was going to practice, and then I ended up laying on the bed and watching YouTube videos of other people practicing. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help me practice. That just makes me watch them practice, and oh yeah, they're getting ratings, they're getting paid because I'm watching, but that doesn't do anything for my guitar playing. Okay? So, if you want to get out of this rut to where you are back in the spirit of building your music and building your technique and your arsenal of the ability to jam, there's a few things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to build that passion. And the way you build that passion back up is like I did last night. I told myself I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy who, as long as I've had this guitar right here, and as long as I've had these books, I got a whole bunch of guitar books. God forbid somebody walk in my house and see all these books that I've purchased. And I have to tell them, oh, I only looked at bits and pieces. I never got nowhere with them. The other thing is, you have to set a time for your guitar. Again, it's like a marriage. You have to set apart some time to where you and your spouse are going to say, stop everything. This is my day off. Today, on my day off, I'm going to make it count. And a lot of guitar players will tell you that getting practiced in one day doesn't mean anything. Yes, it does. Because if you practice one day and you make that count, okay, later on you can go back. When you go to practice again, you're going to go back and recall that. But it all depends on how you practice on that day. Are you taking notes? Are you learning something new that you want to go back to? It's kind of like taking a karate class and they tell you next week you're going to learn how to kick. Or next week you're going to learn how to, do Hapkido. Learn how to do submissions. We done punches and kicks, now we're going to do submissions. Oh, you're excited because, submissions, that's the part where that's all self-defense. That's where, you defend yourself and end a fight quickly, very quickly. You take your opponent down and you hold him down there so he doesn't get back up and keep going for round two. Once you got him, you got him. Okay? And it's the same way here. Like, if you really make it count, even if you find in your busy schedule to practice one day a week, if you make that practice count, like make it an hour, get into the books, read the books, okay? Read the books and put them on a stand and read and practice. Learn those new chords, learn those new scales, get them into your head. Number two. And then, even though you only got a chance to play that one day a week, when you come back to it next week, you have something to go back to. But you got to have a passion. And it starts with your passion. Without passion, you're not really going to pick up this instrument. But you can build your passion by helping yourself understand what it is you really want, what your goals are. For example, okay, I love art and I love music. I love the guitar and I love the ukulele. Where do I find time for each? Okay? How bad do I want to play the ukulele versus the guitar? Or the guitar versus the ukulele? How bad do I want to be an artist versus my musical instruments? How much is my passion for these things? And it's okay if you have a passion for a lot of different things. It's okay. But you got to make time for those things. And don't let YouTube get you all cluttered up with trying to play like this person. I got friends who can play like Hendrix, Metallica, Ted Nugent. They can play like some people, but they can't sit down and play a simple chord with you and jam with you. You say, hey, we're in the key of C. They don't know what you're talking about. You say, hey, we're in the key of G. They don't know what you're talking about. Hey, let's go down to the 5th position and play the chords down there. They don't know what you're talking about. Let's turn that 3rd into a major. Use the major instead of the 3rd. Okay? Let's play the flat 7 down here or something. Okay? They don't know what you're talking about. So number 3, not only should you get back on the passion wagon and set apart some time, but make sure that when you learn, you're learning what you need to learn. Oh yeah, I love creating my own stuff and making my own tracks. That's my thing. But do I want to be that guy that can play his own tracks? I did a video where I talked about, I had a friend in my house who was he was one of them kind of guitars where he just all over the fretboard, his fingers everywhere. He was jamming. He said, you want to jam together? I said, yeah. So I grabbed my guitar. I said, let's play something simple like Amazing Grace. He didn't know how to play Amazing Grace. First 4 and 5 chords. He didn't know what the first 4 and 5 chords was. Okay? If you put the gig before the training, okay, or put the buggy before the horse, okay, you'll fail. Make sure that whether you're learning for yourself, or whether you're learning because you want to play like other people, or whether you're learning because you want to write and you want to create your own thing for other people, or whatever, make sure you learn what you need to learn. Don't waste time with all these little gizmos. And the last thing I want to say in closing that will really help you is if you're like me, you're somebody that has taught himself. Don't just teach yourself, but know how to teach yourself. There's a way to do it. You don't teach yourself just by saying, oh, I'm going to play here at the 5th fret, and I'm just going to play stuff until I create something. That's fine when you're totally bored and you want to take a break from your lessons. But your lessons come first. So whether you have a private teacher or whether you are your own private teacher, it does not matter whether you're your own private teacher or whether you have an actual private teacher. You have to practice. I'm watching Criminal Minds. And I tell you what, there's more violence on TV, okay, than there is in real life, okay? I mean, if people really were sick in the head as they are on Criminal Minds, we wouldn't be here. Anyway, that's another video. And I've already done videos on that, but they really know how to get your attention over some stupid crap, okay? But you want to make sure that whatever you study is essential. That's the word. Essential. Like if you're going to practice chords, learn the essential chords. Learn the essential positions, the essential sounds. If you're going to learn scales, what are the essential scales? The essential scales, my friend, are the pentatonics. Because you can play anything with pentatonics. Now, sure, you can learn the minor scale separate from the minor pentatonic. You can learn the major scales separate from the major pentatonic scales. Okay, you can learn modes and really impress yourself. But even people that know and understand modes to the point that they can build anything up with a mode, they play, especially on stage, they play mostly pentatonics. Pentatonics is the jam for everybody. I don't care who you are, unless you just like way out there in Bluegrassville somewhere, okay? Pentatonics are the gig, okay? And learn them both, the major pentatonics and the minor pentatonics, okay? Minor or blues pentatonics for your minor sounds, and major pentatonics for your major sounds, right? Okay? Major and blues come together to create your seventh sounds. Your sevenths and your diminishes and all that kind of stuff. The majors and the blues or minors come together. You know, and this is stuff you'll learn as you go along, but you have to play the essential gigs, okay? You have to play the stuff that you need to learn, okay? Sure, it's fun to just... You got me. I'm impressed with that. But don't do all this and then somebody start talking and you don't know what they're talking about. Because why? You never studied it in a book. You never had a book on it. Or when you had the book, you did like I did. Let them pile up. I got books up this high that I ain't practiced yet. If I was to get rid of my books, I wouldn't have... You know what I'm saying? I'd have more room in this house. I wouldn't have so much trouble when I try to move. I got a closet in there that's overpacked with guitar books, as well as art books, as well as art supplies, as well as things that closet right there is my history of my passions that I'm trying to build, that I'm trying to get back to. And I was supposed to go into the I was supposed to go into the guitar more, but then my passion for art rose up as I bought more and more supplies, and I'm watching all these people try out these new supplies on YouTube and all like that. Well, my guitar started to collect dust again. My guitar started to collect dust again. Okay? So again, I'm going to go back through it one more time. The way you get your passion back is you have to tell yourself what's more important. Be honest with yourself and tell yourself how much time can you dedicate. And if I can't do anything about what I want right now, can I do it in 6 months? Can I do it in a year? Don't rush yourself. Oh, they'll tell you to rush yourself. But you don't have to rush yourself. You don't have to do that, okay? Because it's better for you to get meaning and satisfaction and fun out of your playing than to it just being all drag and you're still not learning nothing. Even though you're learning something, you're not learning nothing because it's not getting in here and it's not sinking in here because you're just dragging. Okay? But it's your passion. You got to get that together. Get it back. Got to get your passion back. Set aside time, okay, for what you want to learn, okay? Set aside time for your practice. Whether even if you can squeeze one day in a week, that's better than no time at all. If you can squeeze in, 15 minutes a day, that's perfect. If you can squeeze in 15 minutes every single day, that is perfect. And then don't just practice. Don't do like I do. Fiddle with your guitar. Fumble around, goof off. Don't goof off. Get out the books. Get out the books and actually practice. Okay? And I have a lot of books. I have just about every Fred Sokolow book out there. I have the second edition to his road maps. Okay, and I have some good ones that ain't Fred Sokolow that were worth the money and worth the buy, worth the collect. And again, lastly, know how to be your own personal teacher. Don't just like me. I have a habit of doing this. Oh, well, I'm not trying to sound like Eric Clapton. I'm not trying to sound like this person. I'm not trying to sound like that person. So why do I need to learn this and learn that? You need to learn this and that because one thing will lead you to another. Okay? Everything that you learn on a guitar is going to affect your own thing somewhere down the road. It's all learning the guitar. It's all, once you play it repetitiously, eventually it's going to fit somewhere in the middle. You're going to meet in the middle and it's going to fit. It's going to, you're going to be able to pick up on it one day, just like me practicing Fred Sokolow material. I didn't realize how to use it until I got in a band. And when I got in a band, I was thinking, like, I don't want to embarrass myself, but I'd rather embarrass myself and blame it on Fred Sokolow than blame myself. So I started playing his scales, positions, and his licks that he taught me, and the chords that he taught me. And they were like, boom. I didn't even get a chance to audition. I was in the band. They's like, we'll see you Sunday. Or no, Sunday we did the actual worship. They said, we'll see you Saturday afternoon. Can you make it? I said, I'll try. Like, wow. What? You want me to show up Saturday? Oh, okay. I'm in. Yeah, you're in. Oh, okay. And this book right here, I owe all that credit to this book right here. But half the stuff that I used to play in the band, when I played in the church band, now I'm kind of rusty at because I haven't been practicing. Okay, so I got to go back here again and put more into it. So, I'm closed there. What say you? Do you think that I've been able to help you at all? Do you think that I've been able to meet you where you've been having some trouble? What say you? Have you been having these same problems with your own practicing? Let me know in the comment section. I want to know. Leave a comment, leave a like or dislike. I want to know. Okay? But I'm D-Roy Cruz. I was getting into practicing and I'm waiting on somebody to come. And so I just decided to make this quick video. It ain't quick. I thought it would take 13 minutes. It took 34 minutes. But anyway, God bless you. Thank you for watching. You got to get your passion back, and you can get it back. If you lost your passion, you can get it back. It's okay. All you got to do is juggle and tell yourself what's important. And maybe guitar isn't important right now. Maybe it's important next year. Maybe it's important 2 years from now. Maybe you need to finish school first. Maybe you need a better job. Maybe you need different hours at work. Whatever it takes to get you at that place to where your practicing is going to work out for you. You can't practice if you're always tired like I am. I don't care what the guitar teacher tells you. You can't practice if you're tired. You can't practice if you're unhappy and unrelaxed and restless. You have to be happy, relaxed, and calm and alive, full of energy. Okay? You got to have a clear mind so that you can learn. Okay? And you got to practice the things that everybody has to know to play the guitar. You got to practice all that. You can't just practice whatever makes you sound good. But you have to practice the fundamentals, the essential fundamentals. I don't care whether you play for yourself or just for fun. You're going to play at home and never go anywhere, or you're going to be a star. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You have to learn the essential fundamentals of playing. And then you can call it your own thing, your own sound, your own personal thing. You ain't trying to impress anybody. But you have to learn the essential fundamentals, okay? And once you get into practicing the essential fundamentals, I promise you, you will have your passion back. Because now you're going to want to take that C chord and turn it into something else. You're going to want to take that A chord and put it in the scale that it's in and make some blues out of it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get your passion, and then when you go, even if, like I said, if you play 1 day a week, if that's the power of your passion, that 1 day a week, when you practice, and you practice essentially, okay, then when you go back to it, you'll be like, where's that A I was playing last week? Okay, you go to the book and see what you can add to it. That way, whatever happens, hey, why don't we transpose this to the key of A? Because I'm good at playing in the key of A. Because I got the A down, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it works. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. You can learn 5 different things in one sitting. But you're going to master one thing at a time. God bless you. I'm D. Roy Cruz here on my Big D channel. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you soon with more. Thank you, and have a great night.